That's it. Now, we've got another great British... It's good, isn't it? We've got another great British hero here. And this gentleman was born in Portsmouth 6 months after the Battle of Trafalgar to a French dad. Any ideas? Which British hero are we celebrating, ladies and gentlemen? Brunel. Thank you. You see, it's dead easy. So we've got the Cowhorn stretcher here in stainless steel, which represents Paddington Railway Station arches, reciprocating piston represented in the legs, the ad seat, and underneath we've got a light, and there's the tunnel, you see. When we made the prototype, we had it in the showroom. We had some visitors. A lady came in and sat down, and it lit up spontaneously. And it caused all kinds of inappropriate humour, actually. You do like your tunnel lit up, mate. I mean, you just don't say these things, do you? And we've got the piece of Douglas fir here, taken from SS Great Britain, Brunel's great ship that's at Bristol, and Great Eastern here. Obviously the suspension bridge, and underneath here we've got Maidenhead Railway Bridge, the widest, flattest elliptical arch in the world. So, like it or hate it, is unashamedly about Brunel. Brunel was a sort of slightly grubby, dark-suited engineer kind of guy with muddy shoes and rulers and pencils. So we've got black walnut oiled. We've got the stovepipe hat represented by the tall back here. So in the same way that Nelson was an elegant dandy of a man, covered from head to foot in badges, the chair's like the man. The Windsor chair has a very human quality. So I'm personally much more au fait with making the craft of chair making. It's all curves, compound curves myself. We do make cabinets, but we've got clever people to do that who have straight lines and dovetails. So we do that. Right. Can we have that? It's probably this is our most recent limited edition. It's very few people have seen the actual thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're all very clever. What do you think this is all about? What do you think is going on here? Thank you. Battle of Britain. This is dead easy. So there's a number of things that a fighter pilot had in World War II about their person. Now, before you answer cyanide pills, we didn't put a cyanide pill in this chair, right? The number of people who think that. So what things would a fighter pilot have on about their person in World War II, do you think?
Parachute.
Silk map. And with the map comes? Compass, yes. So in the propeller underneath, you have a secret compartment, and in the middle is a buttoned compass, which I'm reliably informed pilots had, and round it is a piece of wood from a building, a Sir Keith Parkes building at RAF Northolt, which is a famous Battle of Britain base, air base, and there's, I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little piece of metal, and that's actually taken from a piston from a Hurricane that was shot down in 1940, in September 1940. So we've got a direct link back to the Battle of Britain. So all these things, you get what they call in the jargon the USPs, don't you? You've got the Nelson wood, Victory wood, we've got the compass, we've got the Douglas fir from the mast of SS Great Britain. And now what else do you think they had, the fighter pilot? Any ideas? Well, I'll tell you, they all wore a silk scarf because they're all looking round for the Messerschmitt, you know, the other fighters and the planes. So the silk scarf became a fashion accessory in the First World War because the pilots didn't have glass, so they would keep the wind off the face with that. So the whole thing represents the fighter pilot of 1940. You've got the leather flying jacket here. You've got the famous words, never in the field of human conflict has so much been owed by so many to so few. So that brings me neatly to my personal favourite, I suppose. So who's this? Thank you very much. Winston Churchill, my personal hero, British bulldog. solid, dependable, dark-suited. And what personal habits do you associate with a great man?
Cigars.
Thank you. Cigars, right. So we have a secret drawer. We have a secret drawer. And in the drawer we have 3 Romeo and Julietas. And Churchill smoked 10 a day, lived to 90. So we have the cutter, the Dunhill cutter, our friend there. We've got the humidistat, which keeps it moist, and we've got the hygrometer to measure the relative humidity. So the whole thing is collectively called a humidor. The oak from this came from Blenheim Palace, where of course Churchill was born. And of course Churchill, he loved his cigars, his Pol Roger champagne and his whiskey, and he said to his wife Clemmy, "Never trust a man without a single redeeming vice." And that was a credo he lived to his whole life. Sorry, would you like to smell my drawers? Underneath, as you see, we've got lots of key features, and we've sold 123 of these chairs out of 125. We've only got 2 left, but they've all got these unique features, which are expensive things to do. When we had, years ago, John Lewis come to see us, or as they call it in High Wycombe, the mothership, when they came to see us, they said, "All your furniture's very nice, it's all very good, but expensive, you know, your polishing process has got 12 stages, if you cut 3 out, it'd be a lot cheaper." Yeah, but we're just not interested, you know, we're just not interested, because the problem then is, you're just a mere supplier, and you'll be replaced by a mere supplier in the Far East, who's going to be about a zillion times cheaper than you are, because our craftsmen live in the Thames Valley. They've got Thames Valley style overheads, and they're a brilliant team, and I want to be with them. You know, when I was at college, I studied with other furniture manufacturers or potential manufacturers who are now spending their time in China, Vietnam, Indonesia, and they spend their time travelling to these far-flung places to buy furniture. And often people say, "Why didn't you get it made overseas?" I'm just not interested. I want to be in my English workshop with my English craftsmen. So I'm very, very lucky. So that's the Winston Churchill chair. Now underneath, can you see the bars? What are the bars underneath the chair called? Thank you. And this particular configuration for a bonus point? Double H underframe. Right. So what's that for in the case of Mr. Churchill? Strength. Anything else? Churchill was a great Victorian. He was born in 1874, and so he had to keep his hat somewhere. He always wore the hat. And this is the Churchill chair, so it's got to have the hat rest. And Churchill had a brilliant thing that he said about business and the recession and all the rest of it. Winston Churchill had a brilliant definition of success. Success, he said, is the ability to go from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm.